I see a hole.
I was hoping you would catch that.
It's a little poopier than I would normally do, but I'm nervous.
Oh, honey, I'm not too worried about that. When I go to bed, I usually wrap my entire head in toilet tissue, so it gets a little smushed down in that process.
In my class at the trade school, I was number 1 when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Really? I wouldn't have known. And I can spot a bottle job at 20 paces. Well, your technique is good, and your form and content will improve with experience, so you're hired.
Oh, thank you, Miss Truvy.
No time. We are going to be as busy as a one-arm paper hanger this morning. Now, you know where the coffee stuff is? Everything else is on tray next to the stove.
Here, let me help you. You've got tiny hairs and fuzzies all over you.
Oh, honey, there is so much static electricity in this place that I attract everything except boys and money. Be a treasure? Annelle, this is the most successful shop in town. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I have a strict philosophy I've stuck to for 15 years. There is no such thing as natural beauty. And that's why I have never lost a client to the cut and curl or the beauty box. And remember, my ladies only get the best, so do not scrimp on anything. Feel free to use as much hairspray as you like.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
And remember that, or we're all out of a job. Just look at me now. It takes some work to look like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have this morning?
Well, normally I would restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday mornings, and usually that's just 3. But today we've got Shelby Eatenton. Now, she's not a regular, she's the daughter of a regular, and I've got to do something special with her hair because she's getting married this afternoon. Now, how long have you been in town?
A few weeks.
New in town. That must be exciting living in a new place. I wouldn't know. I've lived here all my life.
It's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
There's nothing to tell. I live here, I've got a job now. I got a few of these issues of Southern Magnolias.
Sure. It is essential to stay abreast of all the latest styles. I get McCall's, Glamour, Mademoiselle, Family Circle, every magazine known to man. You must live close by. Within walking distance, I didn't see a car.
My car's... I don't have a car. I can stand across the river at Ruth Robeline's house.
Ruth Robeline. That is quite the walk. You know, there's a story there. She's a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been an experiment in terror. Her husband was killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. When it comes to suffering, that woman is right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Is that a gunshot?
Yes, it was. Can you plug that in for me, please?
But why is someone firing a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It's a long story, and it has to do with Shelby's father and her wedding. You'll be better off if you ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood. Knock, knock. Morning, Clairee. Morning, Truvy. You know, I tried to call you earlier and tell you I was running late. No answer? I was at the high school. I was up at the crack of dawn. Oh, and then I want you to meet the former First Lady of Chincoteague Parish, Mrs. Belcher. Clairee, this is Annelle. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm a little embarrassed. If I had known I was meeting new people today, I would have taken a little more pride in my appearance. I'm not old to swim alone. I was at the dedication of our new football field.
They named the stadium after her late husband, Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. The team has been giving her all sorts of titles.
I have the pom-poms to prove it. What was your name, dear?
Oh, my married name's Dupuy.
I don't think I know any Dupuys.
I just moved here. I'm originally from Rylee.
That explains it. Oh, Truvy, I thought I brought you those recipes. I could have sworn this outfit had pockets in it when I left the house.
Clairee, the reason I called is,
do you mind if I do Shelby first? That's fine. I'll amuse myself. Shelby's the most important one today. That man, I swear the situation is worse than ever.
Now, we're going to need a lot more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine.
Sweet girl, where'd you find her?
She heard I had an opening and she just walked in. You know, I think there's a story there.
What makes you say that?
Well, first of all, she's married, but she lives at Ruth Robeline's alone.
I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You have nice silverware you'd like to keep.
You know, I'm not too worried about that. She's real nice. I just love the idea of hiring someone with a past.
She can't be more than 18. She hasn't had time to have a past.
Clairee, this is the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past.
Yeah.
Annelle, how did you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured hot water through the thing.
Where'd you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you happen to notice the hot dogs in the bottom of the pot?
No.
Make some more, please.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. I love a good hot dog, just not with cream and sugar.
Well, I'm sure she's not an international spy, and if she works out, I might let her rent the garage apartment.
I thought the boys were living there while they go to college.
Recent developments. Louie's moving away to LSU, and Poot's moving up to Baltimore to work with my cousin. He doesn't even want to be called Poot anymore. My babies are growing up.
I can't believe your kids are old enough to leave the nest.
You know I was a child bride. And anyway, I like to look at the bright side of things. I have some places to visit now. I've always wanted to go to Baltimore. They call it the hairdo capital of the world.
Here they are. I just couldn't feel them.
Oh, the recipes? Let me see. Oh, this sounds delicious.
It is, and the Bisquick makes it so simple. And this is from my daughter-in-law. She says you can't attend a function in Tickfall where this isn't served.
Yum. Are these chocolate chips semi-sweet or milk? Milk. And is the Cairo syrup light or dark?
Matter of taste.
Oh, where's that other one you were telling me about? Cuppa, cuppa, cuppa?
Oh, that's so simple you don't have to write it down. Cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of fruit cocktail with the juice. Mix all together and bake at 350 till golden bubbly.
Sounds awfully rich.
It is. I like to serve it over ice cream to cut the sweetness. Give me some paper, I'll copy them down.
Annelle, get Miss Clairee some paper. There should be some next to the Frigidaire under the crawfish. Oh, and here is that article on Princess Diabetic. Sometimes I wonder if drummers are ready to the oxygen. That is so annoying.
Try living next door to them.
Hi, everybody.
There's my girl. Come bring my neck.
Truvy, it is so good to see you. Good morning, Miss Clairee. It's not that I'm friendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
Oh, what a pretty color.
I hope it doesn't dry too dark. If it's too dark, it will never do. You know the colors are never the same on the bottle.
You will always find that to be true.
This is drying way too dark. Practically pink my foot. Truvy, do you have any of those nail polish remover things?
You know I do. Where's your mama?
Right behind me, I thought. Oh, hi, I'm Shelby Eatenton, soon to be Latcherie.
Hi, I'm Annelle. I'm new.
Today's Annelle's first day.
Well, Annelle, you're working with the best. Anyone who is anybody gets their hair done at Truvy's.
Absolutely. Shelby, you know I would walk on my lips to avoid criticizing anyone. But your father is about to make us all pull our hair out, and that's really bad for my business.
Well, he should be finished with his yard work soon.
I sure hope so.
You're not the only one concerned. Mama is about to have a fit. She and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
They're just anxious with so much going on.
No, they're not. They just try to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
Oh, you know, I was just reading an article in Glamour about tension during family situations. There can be a lot of stress and trauma. What I found most interesting is that these situations can unleash such deep, dark hostilities that make your hair fall out.
Well, they're fighting about patio furniture. Jackson and I will never fight about silly things. Are you married now?
Oh, I hope that coffee's better.
It smells right.
How pretty.
Princess Grace.
Oh, Shelby, did you bring me that picture of that hairdo like I asked?
Here you go. Study it carefully. And here is the thanks breath.
Oh, this is so wondrous. I feel like I am present at the creation. You know, there's just something so beautiful about the way the bride looks. I believe it is beauty in its purest form. Shelby, where are you going to put this stuff? There's no baby's breath in this picture.
Oh, you just stick it in. It's meant to frame my face. Baby's breath is part of my whole decoration concept for a total romantic look. Miss Clairee, what cute shoes!
You think so? I'm not sure how I feel about them. I think they're a bit too racy for me. I'll probably give them away.
Oh, no. Those are too cha-cha for work. If you decide you don't want them, I will definitely buy them from you.
What size do you wear?
Well, in a good shoe, I wear a size 6, but 7s just feel so good that I have to buy a size 8.
They're 8 1/2.
Perfect.
Hi, Mama. Look at Miss Claire's shoes.
I don't know. They're mine. Is this a riddle?
Annelle, this is my mama. How are things at the house?
Fine. Just a second we see Boudreaux drop by to talk to your father. One or both of them is probably lying in a pool of blood by now.
Well, how's the mother of bride?
Hello, did you say Annelle? What a pretty name. Unusual. I'm Malin.
And how are you as the mother of the bride?
I'm doing good. But oh, don't ask.
What's the matter?
Nothing a handful of prescription drugs could take care of.
Here, let me take this for you.
Just put it over there, please.
Annelle, can you go ahead and shampoo Mrs. Eatenton? These girls have mountains to move today.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, her coffee or card's over here on the desk. Oh, piece of cake.
Mama, this color is all wrong. It looks like a stuffed pig bled all over my hands.
I'm sure I have something at the house that'll do.
But do you have pink?
Of course I have pink.
It has to be delicate.
Well, if I don't have something at the house, we'll send one of the girls out to get you some delicate pink nail polish.
Great idea, Mama. I'd love to see what Tommy pick out.
Anything I can do to help out last minute?
Oh, you've done plenty, Clairee. We just finished borrowing every fern in northern Louisiana. The boys got in last night, and they're taking care of the odds and ends.
I hope the rain holds off. I'm sorry it's not a prettier day.
Oh, this is perfect weather for me. I don't function well when it's hot. And I just love cloudy days. On cloudy days, I feel God's not trying very hard, so I don't have to either.
She does sweat profusely.
Thank you, Mama.
You know, I love the heat. Heat doesn't bother me. But spicy food really makes me sweat, especially on top of my head. It really makes my hair get wet.
I'll get it.
I bet it's for me. It's probably my mind trying to locate my body.
Hello. Yes, sir, she is. 1 minute. Malin, it's your husband.
Yes, Drum? I don't know. I don't have it. Drum, I don't have it. If you're trying to drive me crazy, you're too late. For the last time, I don't have it. Ask the boys. Goodbye.
What did Daddy want?
Nothing.
All right, Shelby, so we want to sweep it up but keep soft around the ears?
Sweep it up.
Yes, Mama. Up, like Princess Grace.
Did you bring Truvy the picture of Jack and Smith?
No, I brought the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed the picture of Jacqueline Smith.
I thought I had made you understand the advantages of the Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
At least I talked her out of that stupid idea of sticking all that baby's breath in her hair.
Keep her head in the sink, please.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Cold water is refreshing. It just startled me a little, that's all.
Truly, could I copy your recipe for strawberry pie?
Yeah, of course. You know, your mother doesn't tell us much, Shelby. What's Jackson like?
Oh, he's pretty swell. I thought he was a pest at first, but then he kind of grew on me. And now I love him.
Well, is he real romantic?
No, but he does give me flowers and little presents if I bug him enough. You know, he has promised to give me a red rose on every anniversary corresponding to the number of that anniversary. I think that's so sweet.
Oh, that is a sweet idea, isn't it?
Yes. I just wish it had been his idea.
Shelby, I hope you and Jackson are as happy as Ed and I were. Oh, Shelby, Lloyd and I was set to 50 years by 3 months. That stinker, bless his heart, he tried, he just couldn't make it.
You remember your wedding?
Of course I do. I remember everything. The food, the flowers. Ouiser was my maid of honor. Shelby, I hope you and Jackson are as happy as Lord and I were. We had such a good time up until last November. At least he hung on for state playoffs.
Miss Clairee, there are still good times to be had.
Of course, but I miss the whirlwind of being a mayor's wife. It's not easy being just one. I hate going to things by myself, and if I go with a couple, I'm just a third wheel. If I go with a friend, we're just a couple of old biddies.
Well, I'm sure somebody like you should find something to occupy your time.
Well, I really do love football, but it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Let's just face it, Clairee, you're a woman coming to terms with her grips. You and I are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town, and I've got a husband that hasn't gotten up from the TV set in 15 years. Well, it looks like you're ready to roll in. I think we can trust Annelle to roll you up, don't you? And now, can you go ahead and roll up Mrs. Eatenton?
Oh, I don't know. Today is very special. And my work tends to be too poofy when I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't mess up her hair. You just tease it and make it look like a big football helmet.
I must have missed the passage in Emily Post that said all abuse must be heaped onto the mother of the bride. Go ahead, Annelle. I'm sure whatever you do, it'll look beautiful. It doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Shelby, fill me in on the reception. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Goodness gracious.
Exactly.
I really hope that photographer brought a wide-angle lens.
I think it's embarrassing and awful, but Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Maurice.
Shelby, there was no way around it, and you know it.
It would be pretentious. And Daddy always says an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
The poet laureate of Dogwood Lane.
Mama, I wish you would get off Daddy's back. He gets enough hassle from Miss Ouiser.
What are your colors, Shelby?
Blush and bashful.
Her colors are pink and pink.
Blush and bashful.
I ask you, how precious is this wedding gonna get?
My colors are blush and bashful. I have chosen 2 shades of pink. One is much deeper than the other.
The bridesmaids' dresses are beautiful.
And the ceremony will be too. All the walls are baked with sprays of flowers in the 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet specially laid for the service and pink silk bunting draped over anything that would stand still.
That sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down in Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
I tried to get her to use peaches and cream. That would look so lovely this time of year. All the azaleas in our yard are peach colored, and peach goes with every skin tone.
No way! Pink is my signature color.
Well, what color's your dress, Manon?
Peach and cream.
Clairee?
Beige lace to the knee.
Well, I am going to be wearing a sexy blue chiffon, and Shelby, guess what? Jackson's going to take one look at me and leave you behind in the dust.
Well, Mama's dress is gorgeous. It cost more than my wedding dress.
Shelby, it did not. It was on sale.
That's what she told Daddy. What she meant is it was for sale, not on sale.
I'll get it. Hello. Hi, Janice. Yeah, I heard it's an emergency. But I've got Shelby today. But tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, okay, fine. I'll come in after church. Bye.
Truvy, you shouldn't give up your Sundays.
I know, but you know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her appearance.
Janice is the mayor's current wife. We hate her.
Tell me about the wedding, Shelby.
There'll be ferns and twinkler lights and magnolias in the pool.
I just hope your father doesn't get any magnolias from Ouiser's side of the tree. We'll never hear the end of it.
And the wedding cake will be by the pool. The groom's cake will be hidden in the carport.
Shelby and I agree on one thing.
The groom's cake. It is awful. It's in the shape of a giant armadillo.
An armadillo?
Jackson wanted a cake in the shape of an armadillo. He has an aunt that makes them.
It's unusual.
It's repulsive. It has grape frosting. I can't even think of how you make grape frosting.
And worse, the cake part is red velvet cake. Blood red. People are going to be hacking into this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
The rehearsal supper was an experience.
It wasn't that bad. It was at Jackson's uncle's house on the river.
They served steak and baked potatoes. They went through a lot of trouble.
His family loves to barbecue.
And For dessert, they served an original creation called Dago pie. I think that says it all. Jackson is from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. You either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
I thought you said Piercy, that's all.
Well, did y'all do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point and went parking.
Shelby, really?
Oh, the romantic part. That's what really melted my butter. It's been a while since we've had a youngster in here, hasn't it?
We talked and talked and talked.
You know, I love those kinds of talks. Cradled up in the arms of the one you love.
Actually, we fought most of the time.
What?
Because I told him I couldn't marry him.
What? Why would you go and do a thing like that?
Don't worry about it. We worked it all out.
So it was just one of those last-minute jitter things?
No, but the wedding's still on.
Good, because this is going to go down in the Hairdo Hall of Fame. Shelby, you scared us. You shouldn't do a thing like that to your mom. You should never say something like that to a woman who's marinating 50 pounds of crab claws. You know, making up can be extremely romantic. You know, I'm jealous. I miss romance so much. Truvy, it can't be that bad. The last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He enclosed a carport so I could support it. Oh, very nice, Annelle. I think you know what you're doing. Thank you. Mrs. Eatenton, you have great hair. And your scalp's as clean as a whistle. I try. You know what must run in the family? Shelby, you have such pretty hair. So thick. Hold your head up, honey. Stop it. Shelby. Shelby. Manon.
Oh, honey.
I'll get some juice.
Truvy, there's some candy in my furnace.
I've got a peppermint over here.
Shelby, honey, we're getting you some juice.
Should I get her a cookie?
No, juice is better.
Here's the juice.
Shelby, you need to drink some juice.
Leave me alone.
Shelby, you need some juice.
Mama, stop it. I have candy in my purse.
You didn't bring your purse, honey. Now come on, have a sip.
No.
Who can blame him? Juice after a peppermint?
Shelby, come on.
No.
It's no wonder with all this wedding nonsense and running around.
Excuse me? Should I call the doctor or something?
No. Shelby's a diabetic.
She's just got too much insulin, that's all. She'll be all right if we can get something in her. Now come on, Shelby, drink.
I'm gonna leave if you don't leave me alone.
I'd like to see you try. Now cooperate and drink.
Honey, please drink.
There we go. That's a start.
Maline, this one hit her quick. She could hurt herself. What if she was driving a car or something?
That probably explains why I have so much gray hair. But you've known Shelby as long as I have. And we have to let her be strong. And she doesn't seem to be down too deep.
Talk to us, Shelby.
No.
That's good enough.
Her and Jackson have been going round and round. At her last appointment, Dr. Michaud told her that children are not possible and that it wasn't the easiest thing to sit there and watch a child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
She's finally starting to make some sense. Now come on, drink some more, Shelby.
Can I do something? Should I?
No, she'll be fine. She won't remember anything. But don't fuss over her. Normality is very important to Shelby.
You know, I'm really sorry to hear about the children part, Maline.
I know. She thinks Jackson has thrown away his chance for children. And they talked about it, and he seems to take it on all right. She's the one who's pushing the issue. He's crazy about her.
He
And
said, shut up and don't be stupid. There are plenty of kids out there in good homes. We'll adopt 10 of them. We'll buy them if we have to.
Jackson sounds like good people to me.
I knew right then and there that if he was stupid enough to spend the rest of his life with me, then I was stupid enough to marry him. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama.
Hello? Yeah, hang on. Maline, it's Tommy. For Shelby?
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is?
Absolutely not. That's the honeymoon getaway car. He just wants you to file it.
She'll have to call you back.
Thank you, Mama.
All right, now sit up straight. I've got to give the lily. Now, were you going to take it down after the reception or not? Because I'm glad to do touch-ups before you leave for the honeymoon.
I'm going to leave it up as long as possible.
All right, then let me picture where the honeymoon is. I see tropical, secluded, moonlight for days.
Las Vegas.
I hear the weather's supposed to be nice. Here it's like living in a blow dry.
Shelby, about what Jackson said.
Mama, I'd rather not talk about it. What happens in my life now is between Jackson and me. I will take care of Jackson, and Jackson will take care of me.
You can't blame people for being concerned about you, darling.
Shelby, what Jackson said about adoption, about children, was wonderful and very wise. And not being able to have children is no disgrace. Shelby, did you hear what I said?
Mama, I know all about adoption, and I also know the limitations of this body of mine. I never do anything stupid.
Finally, you're starting to reason.
All right, now, Shelby, look, you're going to have to start untangling the baby spread you brought me.
Oh, Shelby, no.
It is my wedding, and I can stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
She certainly got enough.
Fine, fine. I'm supposed to be the expert on behavior, but I can't even manage the people in my own family.
Did you tell them, Mama?
Tell us what?
Oh, it's nothing. I might be promoted to administrator of the mental guidance center.
Wonderful. That guidance center does great work for the disturbed.
They really do. I wish I'd taken my boys there and gotten them straightened out when they were younger. I should have known something was wrong when Louie's imaginary friend wouldn't play with them.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
You know, I guess you're right, but I just think it's real fun for Malin to have access to all that secret personal information. Come on, Malin, tell us some of your most bizarre mental cases and let us guess who they are. There are a lot of sick tickets in this town.
I would never discuss office business in a social setting, and people need a place where they can come and unload their problems, and I would never violate their confidence.
When Mama says she doesn't talk, she means it. She's a brick wall.
As somebody always said, if you have nothing nice to say about anybody, come sit next to me.
Do you guys realize how rude we're being to poor Annette? Annelle, she doesn't know us from Adam's house cat, and we keep talking about things foreign to her experiences. Annelle, tell us about yourself.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, where do you live?
On the corner of Jefferson and 2nd.
Which corner?
The one where you can't see the house for the weeds.
You must live in Miss Robeline's house.
She's my landlady.
Are you getting along with her?
What's the matter with her?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Are you happy there?
She scares me. She's always watching me. Sometimes I catch her looking through my keyhole.
Oh, dear me. She's probably not taking her medication. I'll check with her on Monday. Shelby, you should finish that juice.
I'm fine, Mama. You finish it.
It'll be a while till the bridesmaids' luncheon.
Truvy, you know what you need in here? A radio. Music is perfect to have in the background. It takes the pressure off having to talk so much.
You know, I used to have one, but then I broke it when I threw it against the wall because I couldn't figure out where the batteries went. I now know I was a victim of premenstrual syndrome.
You know, I've gotten 4 radios for wedding presents. I'll give you one.
How sweet.
What did I just hear? Oh, yes. The Ainsley family selling KPPD. I wonder how much radio stations sell for.
A lot, but a local radio station can be a lifeless for money if run right.
Miss Clairee, you should buy KPPD. You certainly got enough money.
What would I do with the radio station? Business never interested me. Lloyd took care of all of that stuff.
Shelby, I really think you should finish that juice.
Forget the dang juice.
She'll be fine now anyways. I always carry some mints in my purse, just in case.
I think I saw some butterscotches earlier.
Oh, yeah. You need to take them with you. They're the best. Clairee puts them in her bag. They're the best ever. They're all my favorite things in one. Crunchy, buttery, and chewy. When you suck off the hard coating, they get real soft. They're amazing.
Malin, you always carry candy in your bag?
Without fail.
Then tell me, do you suck on this often?
Clairee, put that back.
Malin, you know I hate when people bring weapons into my shop.
How did you get Daddy's gun away from him?
I was waiting for my chance all morning. He finally put it down to go to the bathroom.
I'd like to ask a question. I'm new here now. Is my life in danger? No. Malin's husband's just been shooting at all the birds in the trees. Trees are full of this time of year.
And our backyard is full of fruit trees.
Which are full of birds. Daddy's been trying to make some loud noises to scare them all off. I didn't want the guests at my reception to spend all night dodging bird doo.
This neighborhood is fit to be tied. Ouiser Boudreaux blames all of that problem with that mangy dog of hers from my husband's gunshots. And she claims that all the noise has made that animal lose all of its hair.
Taking the gun was a stroke of genius, Manon.
I know.
But what if he comes here and tries to get his gun back?
Oh, Trump would never set foot in a beauty shop. This is woman's territory. He probably thinks we run around naked or something.
There's somebody coming, a strange lady with a strange dog.
That would be Ouiser.
That is one ugly dog, but what kind of dog is that?
If Fred had hair, he would be a collie.
Oh, please give us strength.
This is it. I found it.
Morning, Ouiser.
Don't try to get on my good side, because I no longer have one.
You are a little early. You're not expected till 11-ish.
That's precisely why I'm here. I have to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. My dog, I mean. The vet is perfectly fine. You must be the new girl. Can you get me a glass of water? I have been screaming all morning.
I'm sorry, this whole thing has gotten so out of hand, Ouiser.
Oh, it's not your fault, Manon. You know, I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. And then I thought you were just a glutton for punishment. Now I see that you must be on some mission from God. This morning when I woke up, I thought whatever that man has done, I would overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. I look like a dog's dinner. I haven't slept in days. So this morning when I woke up, I told myself that I would start anew. I would rise above it. I thought I would make the house look presentable and make myself look presentable, it being a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I went outside to find some fresh blossoms for my living room. And I go out to my magnolia tree, and there's not a bloom on
Ouiser, the judge has not decided whose magnolia that tree is exactly.
it. It's mine. But be that as it may, it would not be too much to ask for a single blossom, as I am alone, all except for my dog.
You need something else in your life besides that dumb animal.
Can it, Clairee? So I was standing there, looking at my magnolia tree, when I saw him drive across the way, loading what seemed to be a cannon. So I went over there and asked him, what happened to all those magnolia blossoms? He said they must have blown off during the night. Then I asked him how they all ended up in your pool, and then he fired at me. Is that rude or what?
They're blanks, and Trump would never aim a gun at a lady.
Oh, he's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees them.
That's uncalled for.
But he cannot be doing this to my dog. He has a condition, and he has to be sedated.
Are you sure that's true? Rhett is a very old dog.
I'm just going off what the vet tells me.
Which vet?
Whitey Black.
That's your first mistake. Whitey Black is a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Daddy is not trying to drive you crazy, Miss Ouiser. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart's in the right place.
But as I said, he cannot be doing this to my dog. He's on his last limbs. What am I going to do with this poor animal?
I've got a lot of good recipes in here.
Darling, whatever your name is, can you look out the window and check on my dog while I smack Clairee in her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
His color's good. His skin is real pink.
I know for a fact there'll be no more gunshots, Miss Ouiser. So why don't you relax? Have some coffee.
Ladies, this will work out beautifully. I'm through with Shelby. Annelle can shampoo Ouiser. Life can be wonderful.
As long as there's no more gunshots, I'll stay. What's your name? Did you tell me?
Annelle.
Are you new in town? I know everybody, and I don't reckon I've ever seen you before.
I just moved here.
With your family?
No, ma'am. I don't have any family to speak of.
With your husband?
My, husband? That's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm intrigued. These are not difficult questions. Are you married or not?
I don't know. We're not, I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
I don't know if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
As
Funky, that's my husband. He left. He moved here only a month ago. He just vanished last week.
No idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took all the money, my jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk.
Well, there might have been foul play. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in big trouble with the law, drugs or something. He never paid the rent, so I got thrown out of our house and had to move in at crazy old Miss Robelin's. The police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Well, you should have said something.
I was scared to. I need this job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you that my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I really don't think things could get any worse.
Of course I can. You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone. Checks are bouncing in everywhere. Everything's going wrong. I keep asking myself, why me?
We are awful. We are all hateful, awful people. Here, all we've all been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We must have been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. And you've had such a terrible time. Sometimes we don't know how lucky we are.
What can we do to help?
Oh, I know one thing I can do. Tonight you're going to drop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo's groom cake. It is going to be a great party.
Oh, I couldn't. I still get real emotional sometimes.
Oh, I can't stand the thought of anybody being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself start getting sad, just watch my husband dance. It is very funny.
You're also nice.
We do enjoy being nice to each other around here. There isn't much else to do.
But I don't have anything to wear.
No problem. I'm sure I have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
Oh, and if you're interested my garage apartment will be available soon. My sons are living there now, but give me a few days to clean it up and sweep out the bed, and then come take a look at it. I'm sure we can make some sort of arrangement with the renter.
Oh,
Good. Jonathan, you have to do me a favor. Yes, now. Go in my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring me the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherries pinned on the jacket, and the pink and white polka dot. No, Jonathan. Mama doesn't have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Well,
Stop him! Now! Is something the matter? We'll see.
what in the world? What happened? Daddy tied explosives to Jonathan's old G.I. Joe bow and arrow set and shot them into the trees.
I hope nobody was hurt. Well, the birds are flying every which way, and there is white smoke coming up from your backyard.
Shut up, Rat! Looks like Jerome said his trees are on fire. Or he's just elected to new park.
I guess it worked. All the birds will be then.
This is all she wrote. I'm gonna let that man have it.
Oh no! Your dog broke his chain, and he's heading toward the smoke.
Oh no, that dog's gonna eat Drum alive, and he's unarmed.
Ouiser, do something!
Ouiser, call your dog. He'll listen to you.
Miss Ouiser, please, it's my wedding day. Say something to your dog.
Kill, Rat! Kill!
Just Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you, yes, and desert you, and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out, and you know.
Do I go when the blue light's just on?
Just a little bit of light, like one or so, and
Okay.
then come out when a little bit of light's up.
All right.
Okay, so now you.
Mama, where is everyone?
Shelby, I thought you weren't going to be at home until after lunch.
Well, we got an early start because of traffic. We wanted to drop in on Jackson's parents on the way down here.
What a treat.
And you have to catch them early. On Saturdays, they leave the house at the crack of dawn to start hunting for little creatures.
You must have not visited long.
We didn't. We could tell they were anxious to start killing things. We stopped at the house first, but nobody was there. Where's Truvy?
Her and Annelle are out sticking pennies in the fuse box. They decorated that little tree, and when I plugged it in, all the lights blew.
What are those things?
Red plastic poinsettia earrings. They're a gift from Annelle. She's discovered the wonderful world of arts and crafts.
Are Tommy and Jonathan home yet?
Yeah, Jonathan got home yesterday morning, and he loves his classes. They're all he can talk about. The main thing architecture school has taught him is how much he should hate his parents' house. And Tommy got in last night, and he won't stop terrorizing your father. It's nice having the family home for Christmas.
Some things never change.
And how are you, honey?
I'm so good, Mama. Just great.
You look well. Is Jackson at the house?
No, you know how twitchy he gets. I sent him to look for stocking stuffers.
Good thinking.
Jackson and I have something to tell you. We wanted to tell you when you and Daddy were together, but you're never together, so it's every man for himself. I'm pregnant.
Shelby,
I'm going to have a baby.
I realize that.
Is that it? Is that all you're going to say?
Well, what do you expect me to say?
Something along the lines of congratulations?
Congratulations.
Would it be too much to ask for a little excitement? I mean, not too much. I wouldn't want you to break a sweat or anything.
I'm in a state of shock. I didn't think that.
In June. Oh, Mama, you have to help us plan. We're going to get a new house. Jackson and I are going house hunting next week. Jackson loves to hunt for anything.
And what does he say about all this?
Oh, he's very excited. He says he doesn't care whether it's a boy or a girl, but I can tell he really wants a son so bad he can taste it. He's so cute about the whole thing. It is all he talks about. Eatenton-Latcherie Jr.
And does he ever listen? I mean, when doctors and specialists give you advice, I know you never listen, but does he? I guess since he doesn't have to carry the baby, it doesn't really concern him.
Mama, please don't be mad. I couldn't bear it if you were. It's Christmas.
I'm not mad, Shelby. It's just hard. I thought that.
Oh, Mama, I want a child.
But the adoption proceedings, you filed so many applications.
It didn't take us long to see the handwriting on the wall. No judge is going to give a baby to someone with my mental track record. Besides, Jackson even put out feelers about buying one.
People do it all the time.
Mama, I want a child of my own. I think it would really help things between Jackson and I a lot.
I see.
Mama, I know. Don't think I haven't thought this through. You can't live a life if all you do is work. And you worry too much. In a way, it's a comfort to me. I know I don't have to worry because you weren't enough for both of us. But Jackson and I have given this a lot of thought.
I mean, has he really? There's a first time for everything.
Don't start on Jackson.
It's just your poor body. It's been through so much. I don't understand why you deliberately want to.
Mama, Jack, diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
But you are special. There are limits to what you can do.
Mama, I've got it all planned out. I'm going to be very careful. And this time next year, I'm going to be bringing your big, healthy grandbaby to the Christmas festival. Nobody's going to be hurt. or disappointed or even inconvenienced.
Least of all Jackson, I'm sure.
You're just jealous because you no longer have any say-so in what I do, and that just drives you up the wall. You're ready to spit nails because you can't call the shots.
I did not raise my daughter to talk to me this way.
Yes, you did. Whenever any of us asked you what you wanted us to be when we grew up, what did you say?
Shelby, I'm not in the mood for games.
What did you say? Just tell me what you said. Answer me.
I said all I wanted was for you to be happy.
Okay. The thing that would make me happy is to have a baby. If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm going to have a baby, Mom. I wish you would be happy too.
I don't know what I wish.
Mama, I do not understand why you have to make everything so difficult. I see having this baby as the opportunity of a lifetime. And sure, there's some risk involved, but that's true for anybody. But you get over it, and life goes on. And when it's all said and done, there will be a little piece of immortality with Jackson's looks and my sense of style, hope. Mama, please, I need your support. I would rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special. Please don't tell anybody. I want to tell Dad first.
I never tell anybody anything. They're on Truvy.
Well, look who's here. Come give me a hug right here and now.
Hi, Truvy. Merry Christmas.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And now we have a special mystery guest. You are just in time. You can have the honor of planting the tree of beauty.
Well, how precious. What a novel idea to trim it up with hairpin.
Oh, it is all Annelle's idea. She has quite the eye for the unusual. I learned.
Annelle, you did all this.
Guilty. Truvy turned over the decorating responsibility to me. I like these. And I hate the commercialization of Christmas. Always have. So I went down to that fire salon, that spruce store last week in Shreveport. They had mismatched Hendersons at incredibly low prices. I cleaned them out of baby Jesuses, which Truvy's husband helped me modify into ornaments. There's tiny white lights, baby Jesuses, and spoolies.
My husband's redone Poop's old room so Annelle can have a workshop for her handicrafts. That little garage apartment is so cramped.
Isn't that nice? Are your boys coming home for Christmas?
No, you want to know why? Louis brought his girlfriend home for Thanksgiving, and the only nice thing I can say about her is that all her tattoos are spelled correct. Well, it's just gonna be me, the old man, and Annelle. Do the honors, Missy. Hope it doesn't blow up this time.
See, I know what I'm doing.
You know, I just know your mama's so happy to have you in town in time for the festival. I hear it's going to be the best ever. More fireworks, a nativity made entirely of sparklers, and a huge new sign that says, I heart Chinkapin Parish. It's going to be spectacular. And guess who the Grand Marshal is this year? It's Wayne Newton.
Well, I would not miss a Christmas festival for the world. Oh, Mama, while I'm thinking, I brought some white chocolate cherry cheesecakes for our open house.
That doesn't sound like finger food to me.
They're bite-sized, like this.
Fine. I'm sure you know what's best.
Annelle?
Perfect.
Oh, Shelby, weren't you going to bring those clothes in? Oh, I'll do that later. For Maureen's garden set?
Yeah.
Well, Annelle, where should I put this?
The chair. Excuse me, Shelby. If you don't have any special plans for those clothes, could I have them? The Riverview Baptist has a clothes closet for the poor. We're real low on women's dresses.
Sure, that's a wonderful idea. They're in the car. I'll get them in a minute.
You know, we're just so glad to see that Annelle is finally settling down and finding her way. She's had a rough couple of months, haven't you, honey?
Oh, after they finally threw Bunky Dupuy behind bars and I was rid of him, I went wild. I was drinking, running around, smoking.
Jezebel!
But Truvy helped me see the error of my ways. I realized I have something to offer. I joined a church last month. Truvy helped me see I have talents. I've done guest lectures on beauty at the trade school.
Our little Annelle has become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Well, Yeah, I am enjoying the city more, and I am so excited for the Christmas festival today. I've wanted to come to it all my life, and how I live here.
Oh, tell her who you have a date with.
Truvy, will you hush?
No, tell her, Missy. Shelby is almost entirely responsible for this.
Sammy DeSoto.
He has a body that doesn't stop anywhere.
How am I responsible?
He was bartending at your wedding reception last spring. He makes a mean cherry coke.
Oh, well, how are you, honey? How are you doing?
Never better.
There's my girl. Guess you're the happy one this morning.
Yes, I am. First state championship in 8 years.
Miss Clairee, you sound awful.
Hello, darling.
Can I get you some tea?
That would be nice. Sorry I'm late. I overslept. We didn't get back into town until 1 o'clock. It was a dazzling victory over Jock Crawl.
I heard you on the radio last night. You were wonderful.
What were you doing on the radio?
They let me be the color announcer for the Devils. I was fabulous. I was too colorful for words.
Well, that was nice of them to let you talk on the radio.
No, it's nothing. I own a radio station.
Oh, you bought it?
Yep, KPPD, the station choice of Chicopee Parish.
Oh, Shelby, how do you like Claire's new sassy look?
Oh, I just love it.
Just wait till I jack it up.
It makes you look younger, Miss Clairee.
My hair looks young. My face looks just as old. This tea is a little bit heavy right here on earth. Thanks.
There is so much going on. The state championship last night, the Christmas festival today, the Messiah sing-along tomorrow.
Life in the big city will spoil you.
Christmas Merry Christmas this year.
My niece, Nancy Beth, of course.
Oh yeah, she was in at 7 this morning. I had to position her tiara so it wouldn't fall off during the festival. I sprayed her hair within an inch of it flying.
Why did I even have to ask? I should have known. All you Marmillions are gorgeous. Beauty is genetic in your family.
Nancy Beth is a pretty girl. Did you know she was Miss Merry Christmas, Miss Soybean, and Miss Watermelon?
But dumb as a post.
Empty is the head that wears the crown.
You have to admit, God did do a little dance around that family of yours. Drew is so successful. Belle does her own hair. Their kids are perfect. They're like a family on TV. They don't have a care in the world.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh?
That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
You know, I should have won Miss Merry Christmas the year I ran. My talent was very showy.
We told you at the time, Shelby. Fire batons are not everyone's cup of tea.
Mama never approved of my twirling fire batons.
Oh, Shelby, I just don't approve on when you insist on doing dangerous things.
Mama hated those fire batons.
I never hated anything. I supported you. I just couldn't watch you. Your father, on the other hand, he had a field day watching you practice in the backyard for hours and holding the garden hose to put you out whenever you caught fire.
My entire ensemble was coordinated in shades of pink, head to toe. I twirled the music from Hawaii Five-O. It was my theme song.
But we were proud of her.
You know, the swimsuit competition was my downfall the year I competed. I have always been built for comfort, not for speed.
Who got the title your year, Miss Clairee?
Oh, child, nobody. There was no Christmas festival when I was in high school. Why, Jesus wasn't even born until I was a junior in college. I remember it distinctly. All my friends and I out at night watching our flocks.
Well, you better get over there, Clairee. Annelle's got a gift wrap your head.
I could just spit. The Christmas festival doesn't start for 4 more hours, and people are already parking on my lawn. It's gonna flatten my grass.
Here, let me hold you.
I hate out-of-town tourists.
Hello.
Shelby, what are you doing here?
Being a tourist, I guess.
But I won't flatten your grass, I promise.
You've had the good sense to move away from all this festival madness. I don't know why you want to drag yourself back for a couple of firecrackers and teenagers' ear-banana shoes.
I guess I like it.
Miss Ouiser, you need a healthy dose of Christmas spirit.
I have enough Christmas spirit I could scream.
Merry Christmas.
I saw some yard decorations up in your yard.
That's right, I just finished putting them out.
Ouiser, keep off the grass signs are not Christmas decorations.
They are border and holly. You made them, didn't you?
With my own 2 hands.
Your gift is back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How's Red?
Oh, he's coming along. He's this year's poster dog for the Christmas festival.
Oh, that is Red. I never realized that. It's nice to see Red with some hair again.
All right, well, I've got some errands to run. But before I go, I have met an old friend of yours, Miss Ouiser.
Oh?
Owen Jenkins.
Oh.
Owen, now there is a blast from the past.
Do you remember him? He certainly remembers you.
Of course I remember him. He had the longest nose hair in the free world.
Oh, he doesn't now. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Owen's been gone from Chickapin since God was a boy. I forgot he ever existed.
Well, now Owen lives in Boudreaux and goes to First Presbyterian Church. He sings in the choir. One night at choir practice, we were doing this particularly beautiful Mozart thing, and I was moved to tears. He offered me his handkerchief and we got to talk. When he found out where I was from, he asked me if I knew you. And I said, not only did I know you, but you were a friend, and your dog almost killed my father on multiple occasions. He lived a very interesting life. Lived in Ohio somewhere. His wife just died and he moved back down here.
Does this story have a point?
No, not really. He just remembers you fondly, I think.
I can't imagine why. I mean, he wasn't a bad fella. I just managed to run him off and marry the first 2 total deadbeats.
Oh, unrequited love, my favorite.
Maybe I could arrange for all of us to get together sometime.
Or maybe not.
Well, why not?
Shelby, listen. In just a matter of a few decades, I managed to marry the first 2 worthless men and then proceed to have the 3 most ungrateful children ever. The only reason people talk to me is because I have more money than God, and I am not about to open a new can of worms.
Do I detect negativity in your tone?
Ouiser, if that's really the way you feel, it isn't healthy. You should come talk to someone at the guidance center. We're there to help.
I am not crazy. I have just been very unhappy for 40 years.
Well, Annelle, I've got to get these old clothes out of my back seat. What do you want me to do with them?
Just bring them in.
Then I'm going to finish my Christmas shopping, Mama.
Oh, I could shoot you. I haven't even started mine. Please, I haven't even washed the dishes from Thanksgiving.
What did you get your mom?
I think it's a secret.
I told her this morning what part of it was.
I think it's a secret.
Well, tell us.
I think there's no such thing in this room, Manon.
Go ahead. It's up to you, honey.
I'm going to have a baby.
Oh, no, congratulations!
Oh, no wonder you haven't said much this morning, Manon. Grandma, smile. It increases your face value.
June 21st.
And those doctors said children weren't possible. What do they know? You really showed that.
The doctor said she shouldn't have children. There's a big difference. But I guess you showed us all, Shelby.
Well, I'm going to get going. Miss Ouiser, are you going to bring your shrimp meat pies to our open house tonight?
Don't I always? They'll be there.
Well, good. So will Owen Jenkins. I opened the words for you.
I can't believe you did that. Owen Jenkins, after all these years, I don't think I can be gracious under pressure.
Shelby. Her heart does get the best of her. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Oh, boy.
Manon, this baby, it's not exactly good news, is it?
She wants us so bad. I just don't know.
Well, I wish I had some words of wisdom for you, but I don't. So instead, I will focus on the joy of the situation. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
It will all be fine.
Of course it will.
Thank you, ladies. You're right. We'll get through this just fine. And you know what they say, that which does not kill you makes you stronger.
What is that girl doing?
Shelby's donating some clothes to the poor.
I hope poor people like paint.
Oh, honey, just dump them over there.
You sure you don't mind me taking them? If your patients need them.
No. Shelby said you can have them, and what she says goes.
That's not true, Mama.
Shelby, you always insist on having the last word.
I do not.
Station choice in Chinkapin Parish. Now stop by the shopping center this afternoon. I'll be broadcasting al fresco. That means out of the doors for those of you that aren't Latin scholars. There will be prizes and a battle of the bands, all sponsored by KPPD. Swing on by, meet me in person, see how good looking I really am. Coming up now, a half hour of non-stop music so I can make it over to the shopping center. Let's hope none of these records has a scratch on them, because I'm out of here. I'm going to kick things off with one of my personal all-time favorites. See you at the shopping center.
But didn't he scare you to death coming by so late?
It wasn't that late. About 9:30, I guess.
Still, somebody knocking on my bedroom window after dark would scare the daylights out of me.
Not me. Hope springs eternal, I suppose. I was so disappointed when I realized it was only my nephew.
Well, I just think it's awful of Drew to throw his son out of the house. Parents should never throw their children out of the house.
My brother can be so hot-headed sometimes. But he really didn't throw Marshall out. Marshall just came by my house while his daddy came off. I adore Marshall. We stayed up half the night talking last night.
All right, well that's it. Are you ready to see the brand new Shelby Latcherie?
I don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to at some point. Our world is full of reflective surfaces.
I can't believe I'm getting so worked up over something as silly as a haircut.
You look adorable.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh gosh, it's so weird.
Well, I did what you wanted, didn't I?
Oh, of course. You did a beautiful job. I've just never had short hair, that's all.
Well, this is what we Cosmo girls call a ripping passage.
Sorry, I'm being so ridiculous.
No, honey, it's okay. Shelby, please don't cry. Please don't cry, because you know I will too.
You know my strict policy that no one cries alone in my presence.
Ladies, please. Remind me to never take these two to see Dark Victory. They'd never survive.
Okay, enough. I love my hair.
Woo! My artistic nature is so relieved. It is very becoming. I guess with that baby, you don't have the time to spend hours fussing with your hair. You need something you can just run your fingers through and go.
It looks precious. Your mother's gonna love it.
Mama is gonna freak out. She just thinks I'm getting it trimmed. I was not up to a big debate with her this morning. Now, Truvy, let's do my nails.
Oh, this is a treat. No one around here ever wants a manicure. I don't even know what to charge for a full day of beauty.
Well, I want the works. I want to feel completely pampered today. Mama's gonna want a manicure too.
I am going to paint my front door red and call myself Elizabeth Arden.
Manicures, saucy new hairdos. What's going on?
We're always up to something, you know that. But I'm gonna get back to this June Bell nonsense. I mean, speaking as a parent, they better get their acts together. I do not approve of friction between parents and children.
Oh, I'm sure it will blow over. I have to admit, he did go all about it the wrong way.
Well, what did he do?
He stormed in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Belle were preparing for the annual Mar-a-Million shrimp boil. Marshall, without so much as hello, says, "Mama, Daddy, I have something very important to tell you. I have a brain tumor. I have 3 months left to live." Well, naturally, Drew and Belle became hysterical. And then Marshall says, "Hey folks, I'm just joking. I'm only gay."
Madison's idea of breaking the news gently?
Drew became incredibly distraught. He started throwing wet shrimp at Marshall, screaming at him to get out of his sight. Marshall showed up to my house smelling like a can of cat food.
Well, what do you think Drew and Belle are feeling right now?
I don't know. They just consider themselves to be a model family for so long. First, Nancy Beth had thrown from her Miss Merry Christmas title after the unfortunate motel thing.
Well, how do you feel about Marshall?
I haven't really thought about it, but I want you to know he is always welcome at my house. I am very proud of him. He built up that chain of sportswear stores all by himself, without a penny of family money. He says, I'm a self-made man. I put myself up on my own jock straps.
You could always turn to friends.
Amen.
Amen. Hey, Annelle, I'm out of, is it still next year? No, it's over by the, okay, yeah.
Is she praying?
Yes, she was.
Well, why?
Beats me. She could be praying for Drew and Belle and Marshall. She could be praying for us because we're gossiping. She could be praying for her pantyhose because the elastic is shot. Who knows? She prays to the drop of a hat these days.
How long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras, she had the option to go to Nolans with me and 2 others, or to go to a Bible camp with her Sunday school friends. Well, she chose the Bible camp. And she left that Friday, a polite, well-adjusted young lady, and she returned that Tuesday, a Christian.
What does her boyfriend say?
Well, Sammy's so confused, he doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt, but he's crazy about her.
Well, I'm pretty religious, but that stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I've got 2 sons that I'm afraid are going to you-know-where in a handcart, and a semi-daughter that strives to be the kind of girl Jesus takes home to mama. I don't know what to think. I've never understood those kinds of people, but they always seem to just have a sort of peace about them that I never had. Maybe I'm just jealous.
And Marshall is so thoughtful. He brought me this necklace. It's gold and enamel.
It's a bug.
It's fine jewelry. Its eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall have, friends?
We talked a little about that. I'm such a nosy old thing. I asked him how he, met people. Because in my day, you can tell by a man's demeanor, which side his bread is buttered on. But now, in this day and age, who knows? I asked him, how can you tell? He said, all gay men have track lighting, and all gay men are named Mark, Rick, and Steve. That God, track lighting?
That is
Morning. What's so fun?
Miss Clairee is just telling us the true story of track lighting.
Oh, I love mine. It highlights my artwork.
Since when do you have track lighting?
Since about 3 weeks ago. It's lined up from my foyer and up my stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
I have not seen him in ages. How is he?
Steve's doing all right. I brought her some tomatoes. First ones in the season. I didn't expect to see you here, Shelby.
Well, I'm here.
Take some tomatoes back with you. There's plenty. And your hair's short. It looks good.
Thanks, Miss Ouiser. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them on the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Your mama tells us you've become quite the gourmet chef.
I tried. When we first married, all Jackson wanted was meat, potatoes, and vegetables. Just the way his mama made them, cooked to mush. But I've broken him of that. I even got some pate down him last week. He swore it was dog food. Joe Jr. loved it, though.
Clairee, how many tomatoes do you want? Tomatoes have no calories and are full of things.
Ouiser, you're almost chippier this morning. Why are you in such a good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you want tomatoes or not?
Don't give me them all.
Well, somebody's got to take them. I hate them. I try to keep healthy things out of my diet as much as possible. I try to keep greasy things in my diet. The more I intake, the better. The sooner his body wears out, the better.
Then why do you grow them?
I'm an old Southern woman. We're supposed to wear silly-looking dresses and floppy-looking hats and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
You need to get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Ouiser. Trust me on this.
while I have everyone's attention, this morning I went out to my mailbox to find out that somebody signed me up to receive mail from Riverview Baptist Church. I can now receive in chain letters.
They aren't chain letters. They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We were each supposed to write somebody who we thought might be in spiritual trouble and invite them to worship. I guess you made everyone's list.
It's in the worst taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Ouiser and pull back a bloody stump. Shelby, that reminds me, you saved me a phone call. Sis Sorrel and I are driving up to Monroe next Friday, and we'd like to treat you and Jackson to dinner if we may.
I can't Friday night, I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
This might sound silly, but we're going to the theater. We have tickets to see a play.
Wow, Clairee, I didn't know you were interested in seeing something that didn't have a goalpost in your ring.
I didn't, until now, but Sis and I decided at bridge one day that we wanted to expose ourselves to a little more culture, and that's not easy to come by in this neck of the woods.
All right, then what are you exposing yourself to?
I don't know, something. The last play we saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little apprehensive at first, but when you get right down to it, he writes pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little silly when they hide behind the curtains and put masks on their face. They didn't fool me, they fooled Sis.
Sis Sorrel is so dumb that she thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Anyway, Sis and I liked it so much, we're planning a theater trip to New York.
New York! Clairee, I am agreeing with Envy. You know, when you go, you have to go to Burlington, and when you get back, you have to tell me everything. I hear you can't go through the first floor of that place without getting made up.
We're just talking. I'm scared to death of getting on a plane.
You're safer in a plane than you are in a car. And besides, just sit in the back. You're more likely to survive a crash.
Miss Ouiser, why don't you go to Monroe with Miss Clairee?
I will not be exposing myself to anything.
You should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way, and I'll broaden my horizons my way. Anyway, I can't this Friday. I'm going to get my colors done in Shreveport.
Your what?
I'm going to get my colors done. It's a gift from Manon.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular season with a particular color. When you receive your palette, it shows you what colors look best on you. It is especially helpful when you go shopping for clothes. It helps with fashion courage.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard of.
It's all the rage.
You know, all my friends in Monroe have had it done.
Yeah, there's a quiz on it in one of these magazines somewhere. I took it, and I am the epitome of winter.
Shelby, why don't you go get your colors done? You're so fashion conscious.
No, I'm scared to. I might find out pink is not in my palette, and I'm not sure I could live with that.
Well, I've heard it all. I'm going to the theater. I'm going to support the arts in our area.
I will write a check. I will support the arts. I just don't want to say it.
It wouldn't hurt you, you know.
Listen here. I don't go see plays because I can nap at home for free. And I don't watch movies because they're all trash. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they'll be made into a miniseries.
I'm surprised you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do. Miss Ouiser, how are things with Owen? I try to check up on you now and then, but I haven't been able to lately.
Owen's doing all right. I enjoy his company on occasion.
I can report that the Sherwood Florist delivery truck is parked outside her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
I can also report a strange car parked in her garage at least once a week.
Oh, that's it. My secret's out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
All right, Ouiser, please forgive me when I ask, but I have to know. Are you and Owen... You know.
Wait. I have got to get a mental picture of this.
A dirty mind is a horrible thing to waste. But not that it's anyone's business, no. We are just friends. He would like more, but I'm old and stuck in my ways.
You're playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing beat the clock. She's just like her old dog. Both have trouble with their new tricks.
Stop trash talking in my shop.
I can't help it if men find me desirable.
Shelby, when are you going to bring that baby of yours by?
Oh, I brought a photo of him. Let me show you. Oh, has he gained any weight?
He is about 15 pounds now.
Oh, he's a tiny little thing.
He was only a pound and a half when he was born, but he'll catch up. Give him time.
Bless his heart. Those were anxious hours, weren't they? We didn't know who to worry about more, you or that baby.
Well, I certainly wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
I get upset thinking about it.
Then let's go. Yep, Jack Jr. is a little fighter, and he's gonna wear me out. I wish I knew where he gets all that energy.
Well, do not try and do it all yourself. You better get that husband of yours to help out. They're supposed to be helping more this decade.
He helps, I guess. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does. When he thinks about it, which isn't very often. You know, most of the time he doesn't do a darn thing, and every weekend he's off hunting.
I guess that certainly makes him a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
Well, he'll come around, and when he does, you better run and tell me exactly how you did it. Then maybe I'll finally get to work on that sofa slug of mine.
This one's pretty.
Oh, right, private passion is my favorite. Oh, ladies, next Saturday we're gonna have to make some time adjustments. I'm gonna be all by my lonesome because Annelle is taking a well-deserved vacation. That's nice. Are you taking a trip?
Yes, I am.
Aren't you gonna tell us where you're going?
No.
Oh, come on, Annelle. I don't know how I'm going to make it through this week without this valuable information.
You'll just make fun.
Oh, you know I love it when you go on and on about your spiritual growth.
I just can't get enough.
She has planned a nice little trip to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks. Camp Crossroads? I don't think I know that place.
It's in the middle of Arkansas. It's a Christian camp. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall in the middle of the mountains with a lake. I will spend 1 week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation. You're in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Will there be water beds?
Ouiser, leave her alone.
Oh, I'm just trying to find out more about this Camp Cross-Eyed. I might want to go.
That's laugh. You've never done a religious thing in your life.
That's not true. Back in high school, me and my girlfriends would all go dress up like nuns and go bar hopping.
Anyway, is your boyfriend going with you?
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt. Miss Ouiser, I don't mean to offend you, but I do worry about your faith sometimes.
Oh, my faith is fine. It's my hair that needs the most work.
Ouiser, one of these days someone's gonna cut the feet out of your stockings. Ouiser, have you no shame?
Oh, it's all right. I love Miss Ouiser. I pray for her every day, sometimes even twice.
Morning, everybody. Shelby.
Mama, please don't say anything. I like it. It'll be so much easier to take care
Oh, honey, bless your heart.
of. It'll dry so quick. All I have to do is run my fingers through it.
The last time you had short hair was kindergarten.
I know. I decided today that I would cut it all off after 25 years.
I love it. I do.
It's not too perky, is it?
It looks great. How are you, honey?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Good. I brought you a goodie. You can open it later.
Malin, it must be nice having your entire family home this weekend.
It's rare indeed, but it has been nice.
Well, is there any special reason?
Just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Oh, which one is it?
30th.
Ooh, that's a big one. What is the 30th anniversary?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, first is paper, 20th is china, 25th is silver, 30th must be
Valium.
Now, what would Drum say if he heard you say
Nothing. He has no idea what Valium is. And he prides himself on never having any tension, which is amazing considering the amount he's created over the years. Oh, listen to me. I gotta stop taking pot shots at Drum. He's a good man. He's crazy, but he's a good man.
You know, he must be behaving himself lately. He seemed especially civil at the Piggly Wiggly the other day. I smiled before I could catch myself.
The most bizarre thing has happened. Drum and I seem to be rediscovering those things that brought us together in the first place. I don't know if we became blind to them or buried them.
You know, it used to be the thought of our parents being romantic made me and my brothers sick to our stomachs. But it's actually very sweet. It's been a lovely week.
Every now and then, Drum finds these little moments of magic. And I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have or lucky to know what I have.
That's too deep for me. I have to get my tires rotated.
Miss Ouiser?
To
You know, Malin, maybe you should write a romance novel based on all your recent experiences. I could definitely help you with the dirty parts.
No one would believe it. Shelby, you look a little pale.
I'm fine, Mom. How are you?
Well, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop by the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. The radio station is sponsoring a summer fiesta with lots of prizes and a live band. They call themselves the Single Bullet Fairy.
Shelby, what is this? What have you been doing to yourself?
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Shelby, please, have you seen this, Malin?
Yes, I have.
The doctors have just been trying to strengthen my veins. They're in terrible shape.
Looks like you've been driving nails into your arms. What's going on?
Shall we tell them, Mama?
I guess so. There's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. Shelby has been driving nails in her arms.
Be serious.
It's my dialysis.
Dialysis?
Yeah, dialysis. It's when...
I know what it is.
How long have you been doing this dialysis? A couple months.
Mary Lynn Eatenton. I am without words. Why haven't I been told?
There was no point. Sometimes you don't want to talk about things.
What would have been the point? There's nothing you could do.
We could have done something.
This is selfish. This is very selfish of you.
Hold it. Y'all are talking like this is something.
This isn't something?
Having Jack Jr. put too much strain on my kidneys, and now they're kaput. That is all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
That's all. That's all she says.
I am responding beautifully to dialysis. Do I look bad?
You look beautiful, but, well, maybe you'll listen on what's going to happen.
Do you do this dialysis forever? I could, I suppose, but that's not real convenient when you're trying to keep up with a 15-month-old ball of fire. So I'll just have a kidney transplant and I'll be fine. Is that easy? Sure. They do them all the time in Shreveport. 3 or 4 a week.
They do. My Sunday school class was just praying for one the other week.
But it's finding the kidney that's the hard part, isn't it?
I saw something like that on the news. It was so dramatic. These medical teams fly all over the place, collecting hearts and kidneys, and who knows what else. And you know what impressed me the most? They carry these organs in beer coolers.
Clairee, stop.
I wouldn't lie in a moment as serious as this. Those doctors take out their six-packs, throw in some dry ice, a heart, and get on a plane.
She's right.
But you never know when one will pop up, do you?
No, I'm registered on the nationwide transplant computer.
Well, how long do you have to wait?
There are people at dialysis that have been waiting for years.
Oh, that must be agony.
I suppose. But I'm lucky. I don't have to wait anymore. Mama's going to give me one of her kidneys.
What? When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
You're giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow, and you haven't even mentioned it.
Truvy, could you please do my hair? I'm in a bit of a rush.
I never thought there would be a time that words would escape me, but I think this is it.
Why didn't you tell us?
We just told you, and we haven't known that long. Just last week we were all tested, and I'm the closest match.
Match?
There are 4 categories to an organ match, and I match the best.
Categories?
Yeah, you know, swimsuit, evening gown, talent, and personality interview.
I'm gonna yank you bald-headed, Smarty.
We are very upset.
I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry. That's Tommy's joke. I think it's very funny.
Well, no wonder your whole family's in town.
I'm just glad it was me. The boys are young, and I would never want them to go through something like this. And who would want one of drums mean old organs? And the best thing about all this testing stuff is I found out I have a constitution of someone 10 years younger than me. How about that?
It must be so painful. Oh, no, not really for me. My operation's pretty simple. Mama's is awful. They basically have to saw her in half to get the kidney. It is major, major surgery for her.
They have to saw you in half?
They do it on Circus of the Stars all the time.
This is no laughing matter.
Trust me, Miss Clairee, there have been more than enough tears.
And it'll make my waist smaller. They're going to take out my bottom ribs to get my kidney out.
I mean, Sharon had her ribs removed to get a smaller waist.
Please, that woman is out of her mind. Well, you two seem so calm and collected.
I'm happy. Look at the opportunity I have. Most mothers only have a chance to give their child a life once, and I have the chance to do it twice. and I think it's neat. Shelby needs her help to chase after that rambunctious kid of hers. And I have 2 fingers, and I only need 1. I'm just glad we could get it over with before it got too hot.
Ain't that the truth? I'm going to postpone my vacation today so I can sit with your husband during the operation. I can run get Coca-Colas and things.
That's sweet of you, but don't change your plans.
We'll make sure Drum has enough food during the operation.
Yes, you must keep your house out of your mind. We'll take care of everything.
I appreciate that, and I know Drum does too.
Malin, you are brave. You are brave.
Shelby, if I didn't know any better, I wouldn't know you were sick a day in your life.
That is the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid me.
Poor Shelby.
Now don't you say that. I am very happy. I have my baby. If this is part of the price that I have to pay, then I must pay it. I can deal with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, someone's got a gift to open.
Oh, is that for me?
Only if you can wear a size 4.
I can take it in.
Can I open it?
I would guess so. It's just a little something I picked up. It was on sale. Truthfully.
Well, ladies, do I look fabulous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
You are going to be the sassiest girl in that hospital.
Now what about me?
You ladies better come visit us.
I'll be right by your side when you wake up. Yours too, Malin. I'll manage it somehow.
And don't keep Drum calm during the operation.
We're in such good hands. Mama, you're going to be a while, so I'm going to go spend some time with Daddy.
Good. Drum's not taking this very well. He gets so upset over the least little thing.
Truvy, this might gross you out, but could I have my hair? Is that too impulsive?
Oh, honey, people do it all the time.
I've had it for so long, I guess it sort of represents an era or something.
All right, your nails.
I will put it in a box and give it to your mom. I love y'all. Miss Clairee, would you do something for me?
Of course.
Next time you talk to Drew and Belle, I know they're upset about Marshall and all, but could you tell them I said that if this is the most disturbing thing they've ever been through, they should just get over it?
I'll tell them today.
True. Why isn't my radio playing?
I'm sorry, honey. You know I would if I could, but I just can't
Congratulations,
today.
the way Jeneva.
I could squeeze you in first thing Monday. So that's all right? All right. Then I'll see you then. All right. Bye-bye, Susan.
39 degrees. You were right, Truvy.
It is way too cold for this time of year. I am going to write a letter.
I hate it when it's this cold. It makes my fingers turn blue, and blue is not my palette.
Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who's Anne Boleyn?
Anne Boleyn. She was one of the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
I never watched family TV.
Well, she had 6 fingers.
What about her other 4?
She had 11 total.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to trick me?
This article says she had 6 fingers on one hand, so she had all her dresses sewn, so the sleeves hung down to her fingertips, so she wouldn't look weird.
Reader's Digest is a font of very useful information.
You know, Clairee, I just love the scarf you got me. I wish I had it on me. It would really jazz up this outfit. The only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
I want to spray just a little more of my French perfume. I love it so much. I love it when the smell just fills the air.
Oh, but don't waste it. That stuff ain't cheap.
Save it, honey. We're gonna burn our clothes as it is.
You know, I love Ouiser's scarf too. I might want to borrow that from you sometime.
You're welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
Oh, I love it. A print this busy will never show dog hair.
My feet are like 2 blocks of ice.
This tastes like it was made in a rubber tire.
Do you think she'll come by?
No. I bet her hair is the farthest thing from her mind.
Who knows what's on her mind? She just might need something, and I want to be here for her if she does.
I'm glad you decided to stay open today.
You know, I'm not quite sure how the boys are doing, but my husband and I are going to take some barbecue over there later and check on them.
I have never seen so much food.
You never have enough at times like these. My husband's back at the apartment cooking up a storm. He's convinced his red beans and rice will make everyone feel better.
You know, maybe he's right. It's why we call it soul food after all. I am going to have to get his recipe.
You'll have to ask him. Sammy runs me off whenever he starts cooking. He's afraid. The apartment's so tiny, he's scared he'll hit me in the stomach with a spatula.
When are you moving to now?
Next month.
You just had to mention it. I can't stand that you're leaving just as I'm about to be a semi-grandmother. Guess it's just going to be me and the old man.
Truvy, be thankful. You'd miss him if he were gone.
You know, last week he actually got up off the couch and said, let's go to dinner. Well, when I finally came to, I said, what's going on? I thought Deputy Dog had been preempted. Well, he told me he's got a really good shot at doing the electrical contracting for the new college library. I'm not supposed to tell anyone.
Hello, everyone. Oh, welcome home, Clairee. How's Paris?
Perfectly beautiful. I ate too much. I brought you something pretty.
Oh, you shouldn't have. And don't turn off Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
There's special programming today. I had Jonathan go down and pull music Shelby would have liked. They're playing it until noon.
He told me. I think you're going to be surprised with some of the stuff you hear.
That's okay. It's for Shelby.
Lynn, just tell us, is there anything we can do?
Thank you. Truvy, could you work a little magic? I know I look like 10 miles of dirt roads.
Let me get my lawn to my fairy dust. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I'm worried about Drum. And the boys got him last night. I don't really know how they're doing. And Jackson is Jackson. And he's got his hands full with Jack Jr. I'll admit, it's hard being somber with a baby running around.
Manon, I'm beside myself. Wasn't Shelby fine when I left? Can you talk about it?
Sure. Basically, after the transplant failed, she went back on dialysis. You knew that. And everything was going fine the last couple of months. But then last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. They thought they could correct it with a little surgery. And while they were wheeling her down in the hallway, she said, Mama, I'm going to feel so much better after this is over. And they gave her the anesthetic, and
In a way, she was right. Maybe she knew she was going to be with her king.
yes, Annelle, maybe so.
We should be rejoicing.
You go ahead. I wish I could feel that way. I guess I'm a little selfish. I'd rather have her here.
I don't mean to offend you by saying that, Miss Malin. You see, when things like this happen, I pray very hard to make heads or tails of it. I think in Shelby's case, she wanted to take care of that baby, of you, of everyone she knew. But her poor body was just worn out. It wouldn't let her do all the things she wanted to do. So she went on to a better place where she can be a guardian angel. She will always be young, she will always be beautiful. But I personally feel much safer knowing she's up there on my side. And I know some people might say that sounds real simple and stupid, and maybe I am. But that's just how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Annelle. I appreciate that. And that is a good idea. Shelby, as you know, would not want us to get all mired down and wallow in this. She'd look on it as just one of life's occurrences, and we should deal with it the best we know how, and get on with it. That's what my mind says. I wish someone would explain that to my heart.
Tommy said you didn't leave her side?
Well, no, I couldn't leave my Shelby, and I wasn't in the mood to play bridge. But it's interesting. Both the boys were very difficult births. I almost died when Jonathan was born. Very difficult births. Shelby was a breeze. I could have gone home that afternoon I had her. And I was thinking about that as I sat there holding her hand while she was in a coma, and how I would work her arms and her legs to keep the circulation going. I told the ICU nurse we were doing her Jane Fonda, and I sat there and I kept pushing like I always have where I had Shelby concerned, hoping she'd sit up and argue with me. But finally, we realized there was no hope. And at that point, I panicked. I thought I would not survive the next few minutes as they turned off the machines. And Drum couldn't take it, and he left. And Jackson couldn't take it, and he left. And it struck me as amusing. Men are supposed to be made of steel or something. But I couldn't leave. I just stayed there, holding Shelby's hands. As the sounds got softer, and the beeps got further apart until all was quiet, and there was no noise, no tremble, just peace. And as a woman, I realized how lucky I was. I was there when this wonderful person drifted into my world, and I was there when she drifted out, and that was the most precious moment of my life thus far.
Well, honey, I don't know how your insides are doing, but your hair is holding up beautifully. All it needs is a lick and a promise. Did you get it done somewhere in Shreveport?
No, I had to do it myself.
Oh, well, then you know I don't like to hear that kind of talk.
Dude, my own hair was so odd. I had no idea about the back.
Well, you did a lovely job. All I did was smooth out the rough parts. You know, I'm going to be looking for some temporary help when Annelle goes on maternity leave if you're interested.
You know, with everything going on, I don't know if I'd have time or would feel like coming here. But this morning, I wanted to come here more than anything. Isn't that silly?
Not at all, no.
Last night, I went into Shelby's closet to find something. And you know what I found? All of our Christmas presents stacked up and wrapped with her own 2 hands. I better go.
No, check the back.
Perfect, as always. You know, Shelby was right. It does kind of look like a big football helmet. Poor Shelby.
No, honey, you sit right back down. Can I get you anything? Are you feeling all right?
Yes, I feel fine. I feel great. I could jog to Texas and back, but my daughter can't, and she never could. And I'm so mad. I don't understand why, and I wish I could. But how is that baby ever going to understand how wonderful his mother was? And how is he ever going to understand what she went through for him? And Lord, I wish I understood, but I don't. And it was supposed to be me. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first, and I'm so mad. I just want to hit somebody until they feel as bad as I do, and I just want to hit somebody, and I want to hit them hard. And
here, hit this.
Are you crazy?
Go ahead, Malin. Knock her lights out.
Are you high?
Clairee, have you lost your mind?
Truvy, dial 911.
We can sell t-shirts saying I slapped Ouiser Boudreaux. Hit her!
Is Clairee enough?
oh, hush, Clairee.
Ouiser, this is your chance to help your fellow man. Hit her, Malin.
Let go of me.
Well, Malin, you just lost the chance of a lifetime. Most of Chinkapin Parish give their eye teeth to take a whack at Ouiser.
What would we do without Claire's own special brand of humor?
Clairee, you are evil and you must be destroyed.
Darling, Mother Nature has taken care of that faster than you ever could. Things were getting entirely too serious there for a moment. I'm sorry, Malin. We're all entitled to our own sorrow.
That was very funny, Clairee.
I have to admit, I laughed, even though that wasn't a very Christian thing to do.
Annelle, honey, you're going to have to learn how to lighten up.
My husband says the same thing.
I'll bet Lord got a kick out of that one.
Shelby was always crazy about Lloyd.
She worshipped the quicksand he walked on. And I'm sure when she got up there, he was very happy to see a familiar face. He was a Louisiana politician, so we don't know many people who went to heaven. Ouiser, you know I love you more than my luggage.
You are too crazy for colored TV.
Thank you.
All right, now that you two have finally made up, we need to get this woman on her way. She needs to pull herself together, because she cannot be a pillar of strength with eye makeup running down her neck.
Go on out there, Malin. We'll be just fine.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone on like I did. I made everybody cry.
Don't be silly. Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion.
Maybe it's about time I had a little emotional outburst. Maybe I'll start having them at home more often. Drum would be so pleased.
Malin, tell your family, especially Drum, that they've all been in my prayers. And that's right, Annelle. I pray. I said it. I hope you're satisfied.
I have suspected this all along.
But don't try to get me to go one of those tent revival things that might make me eat a live chicken.
Not on your first visit.
Very good, Annelle. Spoken like a true smart aleck.
I better go.
All right, Malin, you promise you'll call if you need something, you hear?
And if her line's busy, you call me.
Call me. I have call waiting.
Thank you, ladies. You have no idea how wonderful you all are.
Of course we do. And, Malin, I know it hurts, but it'll get easier. And if you ever decide you need to come and take a whack at something, come and hit me. I won't break.
I may take you up on that. You really have no idea how wonderful you are.
Of course we do.
There. That's better.